Careful.
Oh yeah. M.A.D. M.A.D. Dad, I've had a great idea. You know the way our videos are shaky? Well, I have the solution. I have created a stabilization system using a stick and some duct tape. What do you think? What?
Well, I'm not sure about that, Mark. I have a better idea. What if we had a camera with a proper stabilization system?
Yeah, that would be cool. But we don't have one, do we?
No, but how about we get one right now?
I know! I'll make a wish and just clip my fingers.
Whoa!
It actually worked! Here it is! For those of you who don't know what the DJI Osmo is, it's a stabilized 4K 12 megapixel camera. How is it stabilized? With a 3-axis system that cancels out your movements in 3 directions. This means no more shaky videos.
Mark, let's crack this baby open. So, here we go. We're gonna open this baby up.
Don't do it so fast. Satisfaction.
It's anticipation. Now hold on.
It smells so good.
So, let's have a look inside. Nice box.
I'm gonna keep it.
And
Be careful with it. Wow. Good.
careful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we've charged the battery, and now we're going to open up the camera case. Let's have a look. Whoa.
Whoa, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Flip.
So let's just get this baby out. So that is the
Oh my god.
that is a contraption.
That's amazing.
We're going to have to read the instructions
Can
now.
I please hold it?
No.
Why?
You're never, ever allowed to touch it. Ever.
Yes. How does it work?
Mark,
What?
I told you not to touch that. No, that meant never. Okay, so as you can see, since our last video, which was shot a couple of weeks ago, or the last clip was shot a couple of weeks ago, this DJI Osmo has changed a little bit. I suppose there's a couple of things to say about it. Batteries is one and mic is another. Mark, would you like to explain the battery situation?
Well, the battery's only 30 minutes, so we got 2. So it's twice as long, which is an hour, and I really suggest that you should, get 2 because it's more.
Yes, you need 2 batteries. So we've ordered another one. It hasn't arrived yet, the second one. We've done that. And then what about the mic situation, Mark?
Well, the audio on the DJI Osmo already is awful. It's just not good. So we got a mic. So as you can see, you plug it in here and the mic is fantastic. The audio picks up really well. So
yeah, so the mic and the DJI this is the internal mic. You might have read about it on the on various blogs, and heard about it on other YouTube videos. It is, sometimes you think it can't be as bad as what you read about or hear about. Actually, it's worse. So some will try and put it down to, it depends how much you're using the stabilization system. It picks up the stabilization system noise all the time. It's really bad, really poor. Frankly, it's unusable. Now, that might sound a bit harsh, But actually, any stabilization camera, not DJI, any, is going to have the same problem, because internal mics, by just the simple laws of physics, are going to pick up that sound. So what you have to do is get an external mic. Now, what we've got here is the one recommended by DJI, and also by my friend Cameron Hissey, who recommended that I get the DJI in the first place. So you can get this on the DJI website, which we did. And as Mark says, it looks a bit hairy, but it is fantastic. It comes with its own little attachment system, which you can see here. And then of course there's the mic itself, okay? And this is the Rode mic, but it's got a DJI extension here, a clip-on, for the mobile piece, which is absolutely essential. You must get that if you're going to vlog with it, or capture any sort of audio at all, which most people will want to do. Okay, so to set the Osmo up, you have to connect one way you can use it is with a phone, which is pretty good actually. So what you got to do is connect to its Wi-Fi. Mark, can you put it on there? Okay, so, and then we get the Wi-Fi coming up here in a second. This bit can be a little bit annoying because it takes a bit of time sometimes.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I'll try. Okay, so there's the Osmo 400 whatever, okay, I'll say the whole thing just in case. And then it's going to connect. Now, one little foible, if you're using an iPhone 5, which I am, you have to watch this little device here, the little clasp, doesn't switch off the phone accidentally, because I've done it on many occasions. So I'm just going to clasp that on, and I'm going to maneuver it around the off switch. And there it is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the whoops, wrong app. Get the right one there, Dave. The DJI Go, which you download separately. And then you basically get a view of what the camera is showing, and you can control the camera as well. Again, this doesn't have to be here, you could be on the other side of the room. So that's that, and then we've got...
It's working now.
That's it, ready. So, Mark, would you like to do a little vlog there just to show the guys? So we'll capture this footage, and we'll show it in the shot as well at the same time.
So I'm going to move it up and down with this
Well, no, you
joystick.
do a selfie, the selfie one first.
Okay.
You click it twice.
So, for selfie mode, check it 3 times, I think?
Twice.
Is it twice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is. Right, sorry.
Maybe it is 3 times. No,
Yes,
it's
it was. It is 3 times. So, I'm just going to do a wee test here. Should be working now.
So I'm not sure the joystick's much use, to be honest, because when you're videoing, I like to keep things straight. But just do a selfie of yourself and speak into the mic so I can hear you.
I've also got one more thing to say. You can actually control the camera yourself. If you double tap, should be working. Hold on.
No, you push down and keep it pressed until
There
that
we go.
appears. There you go.
So as you can see, I'm controlling it with my finger,
That's pretty cool.
which is really cool. You can just move it up. It's quite slow, but it's still a cool feature.
And that's the whole point, it's a stabilization. So one of the things that I couldn't quite get when I was using this camera initially was, and I had to actually not use some footage, because I was pressing lock mode and expecting it to lock on the subject. It doesn't, it locks in the particular direction that you're facing. And when you lock it, and as you move around, it will keep moving towards that. So that's important. But that selfie mode that Mark's using is quite good. It actually does follow you, so you can adjust it to focus on you as a subject, and then as you move around and you speak into the camera, it works pretty well. So let me just stop that footage and do it again quickly. So I'm going to do the selfie mode, and then hopefully you can see what I'm seeing now in the camera. So I'm moving around with the joystick just to position on me, and now that's recording, and if I move around, that will keep focused on me. So as I move around, and if I was walking around this room and I've got other footage where I'm doing that, it will actually focus on me. One of the things that I did notice was when you're doing selfie mode or vlog mode or whatever, I tend to look at the iPhone, and of course my line of sight then isn't looking at the camera itself. So I've got to try and look at the camera, which can be, you know, a little bit unnerving because it moves like a bit like a snake. So slightly off there for some reason, not quite sure what's going on. That works pretty well. That's selfie mode. What we're going to do now is do some other little tests just to show you how it works. I'm going to video Mark using the camera to do a few things just to show how the stabilization system works in practice. Okay. So the test we're going to do 2 tests. First of all, we're going to have Mark walk down the stairs. He's going to have the camera locked, so it's going to keep facing in a particular direction. And I'm also going to video him from behind, so you're going to see 2 sort of picture-in-picture. The main shot, the full screen, is going to be what Mark sees, and then the picture-in-picture is the view from my camera, and hopefully you'll be able to compare a bit of the stabilization. My camera should be a little bit more jerky than Mark's. And then the second shot is going to be Mark going down the stairs again, but this time in selfie mode, and then he's going to do a little bit of a spin at the bottom. And those 2 shots will give you a really good idea of how the DJI Osmo does its stabilization thing. Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, so now I'm in selfie mode. I'm going down the stairs again.
Get on to the kitchen. Hey, do you want to do your spin around thing? Not too fast, but just... That's it. You're making everyone dizzy. Okay, so that's giving a good example of how the stabilization works. Okay? So, hopefully that gives you an idea of how stable this camera is. It is really good, and that's why I went up and down the stairs, to give you that nice sort of idea. So, Mark, your overall, in this early days, we've only just got this camera a couple of weeks, so I'm sure there'll be more to learn. And Mark, so far, what's your overall impression of this camera?
I'd say the quality of it, because, I mean, it's just stunning, the pictures that it takes and everything. It's really good.
The 4K is pretty good now, and it does support 1080p at 50 frames per second, maybe 60 actually, I think it is.
60, yeah.
And then 4K is down to 25. So, and the sound?
Not so good, but with the mic, fab.
Well, with the mic, it's fantastic. Actually,
Yeah.
you commented earlier that you thought the sound with the mic was superb. You can't really use it, as we mentioned earlier, without the mic. So, but with this mic, or like we've done other footage with just a regular cheap mic, cable mic, and that's very good as well. So, but so far so good. Lots of footage and to be shot with it. But yeah, so we'll leave it there for now. Hope that was useful. If you're thinking of buying a DJI camera, we can give it the Mark and Dave out thumbs up. And good luck.
Mark
And Dave out.
Wow! You watched to the end of the video? How cool is that?
That's very impressive. You know, you're the sort of person that might want to subscribe to our channel by clicking this link here, or alternatively, why not look at some more of our videos, which you can find by clicking this here. Thanks for watching.